Where's the puppy? Hippie Shake, how did you get a bicycle in here? Now it can seem pretty overwhelming as a new puppy owner, trying to avoid disasters like this one and trying to give your puppy the best information possible. So today, I've simplified things for you, the new puppy owner, and I'm going to give you 5 rules that you can follow so you'll have a less stressful experience with your new puppy and you can help turn them into a well-behaved 4-legged family member. I'm Ken Steep, this is Hippie Shake, and welcome back to McCann Dogs. Now, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to give your puppy the best start possible, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. We publish new videos every single week to help you to have a well-behaved 4-legged family member. Rule number 1, use a crate. Now, none of us are superhuman and we can't watch our puppy every moment of the day. So a crate is a great pet sitter. When we aren't able to supervise our puppies, then putting them into their crate with maybe their favorite chew or maybe so that they can just take a nap is a really important step in your puppy training. Your puppy's crate is a great way to keep them safe, but it's also a great way to keep them from self-rewarding in your absence. Some self-rewarding behaviors like peeing on the rug or rooting through the garbage can be really gratifying for the puppy, and if you're not there to give them the good information that they require during those moments, they're going to think that that's the right choice to make. Using their crate is a great way to avoid this. Rule number 2, have treats available at all times. You really want to take every opportunity to reward your puppy for making great choices. You also want to take advantage of some of the natural training opportunities that you might come across in everyday life. You want to be able to guide your puppy away from distractions. You want to be able to reward your puppy for making that great choice of sitting in front of you. Now, truth be told, there's been several occasions when we have a puppy in the house that I've washed a pocket full of kibble, but you don't need to keep kibble in your pocket all the time. There's a couple other things you can do. If you're preparing treats for your training sessions, break them up into training session sizes, just enough that you can work on one exercise or a couple of exercises with your puppy. That way, at a moment's notice, you can go to the fridge and grab a training session's worth of treats. And if you have treats that don't need to be refrigerated, then you can break them up and place them into a mug or a bowl in really busy areas of your house. That way, should you find the opportunity to reward your dog for making a great choice, or you want to do a quick training session, there's always treats available. And having those treats available all the time is a really great way to break up your training sessions. You can do 2 or 3 minutes of sits with your puppy. You can do some walking at your side up and down the hallway. Maybe while you're preparing your dinner, you can work on some down luring. These are all great ways to break up that training and keep motivation high. Rule number 3. Focus on motivation. Now, puppies have really short attention spans, and we don't want to work our puppy until they're disinterested. Puppies also have tiny little bellies, and you don't want to work with them until they're full. Keeping those training sessions really short and sweet keeps those motivation levels up, and it builds in work drive. You really want your puppy to know that it's a lot of fun listening to you and working with you, and that's really why we want to keep this a really motivating experience as we train them. And building motivation means doing things like changing up the reward. Maybe it's play one time, maybe it's a toy that they love that they can be rewarded with, maybe it's changing up the food to something that's different. Maybe rather than kibble, it's chicken or cheese or something that they really love. But it's got to be fun. That's a key element here, is keeping the training fun so that your puppy loves every moment that you're spending together. Rule number 4, supervise. This is probably the most common thing that people struggle with, is supervision of their puppy. Whether your puppy's having potty training accidents in the house or they're chewing your shoes, whatever the thing is, the problem likely is the lack of supervision. Now, I'm not talking about supervision like this, but I'm definitely not talking about supervision like this. Puppies are learning at every moment during the day, whether they are being supervised and being given good information by you or not. And puppies will do what's rewarding. So if they find that chewing on your shoes is a really self-rewarding thing, then they're going to continue to do it. So you need to be there to give them the right information. You need to guide them away from your shoe and give them a chew toy that they are allowed to chew on. You need to be able to mark that moment when they have a potty training accident in the house. Without that information, your puppy thinks that what they're doing is the right thing. So supervision is key. This refers us back to rule number 1 about using your crate. When you aren't able to supervise your puppy, you can just pop them pleasantly in their crate so that they can hang out for a little bit and they aren't able to go around the house and make wrong choices. Rule number 5, use your leash. I recently posted a video on the channel about using a house line with your puppy, and a lot of people found that a really surprising tactic, but I'll tell you why it works. As I mentioned earlier, puppies are going to do what's rewarding. So imagine a scenario where your puppy grabs a sock from the laundry hamper and plays a game of keep away where they duck and dive underneath the kitchen table, or maybe they run under the living room couch. Well, that is a lot of fun for your puppy. It becomes a game, but it also makes you rather powerless in their eyes. Now, if you're using a house line on your puppy, you're able to step on that line as they're trying to run away, or you're able to get that sock out of their mouth, or maybe it's something even more dangerous. In that video, I talked about a scenario where maybe you drop a pill on the floor and you're able to step on that line and avoid disaster. Now, I didn't come up with that idea. These are some of the stories that some of our students have talked to us about at McCann Professional Dog Trainers. These are real life situations where a house line has averted disaster. But those house lines also allow you to redirect your puppy from jumping up on guests in your house or jumping up on you. If they're nipping and biting at your shirt sleeves, you can guide your puppy away and show them the chew toy that they're allowed to chew on. That house line really empowers you. In your puppy's eyes, they really see you as a great leader who's giving solid and consistent information. Now, I know being a new puppy owner can be overwhelming, but if you follow these 5 rules, you're sure to be giving your puppy great information. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We publish new videos every single week to help you to have a well-behaved 4-legged family member. Now, that playlist beside me is our puppy training playlist, and as a new puppy owner, I think you're going to find it really, really helpful. On that note, I'm Ken. Happy training. Bye for now.